Hi everybody, this is Cliff at Electricsun TV and Electricsun Productions introducing tonight a new discovery who has been on tour for a while and he's currently making the media scene right now. His name is Kenyatta Arrington, also known as Gypsy Star. Uh, Hi Kenyatta, how are you?
I'm just doing fine, Cliff. How is everything with you? And don't let me say it, because I'll start acting.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, the first thing that's been on my mind about you and things that you've been doing is, in the first place, where were you when Jimi Hendrix got started, and how did you meet Jimi, and what was that like?
Wow. You were asking me to turn back the hands of time on that one. It was very interesting. I used to go to New York just about every weekend, playing my flute everywhere I could. I played in Central Park and the subways and Washington Square Park. That was where I met Jimi and Juma Sultan. They were checking me out, and Jimi spoke with me, and he was really amazed at the way my flute looked and how I played. This is the thing that started it all, right, in the first place, was the flute. The flute was the thing that started everything. He invited me to come to his studio, which I didn't have any idea that he had a studio in New York City. I didn't know anything about Electric Ladyland Studios. I mean, I knew about Electric Ladyland, the album. So then after that, a couple of weeks passed by. This was during the summer of 1970. I don't know how much time passed by. My girlfriend and I, Julie Carmen, otherwise known as Julie Friedman, the actress, and I went to go see a concert of Laura Nyro at the Fillmore East. And we ended up getting backstage, and of course we missed the train back to New Jersey and talked to her father. They were yelling, screaming on the phone. And she said, what do you want to do? I said, let's go by Jimi's studio. So we went by there, and lo and behold, Jimi pops out with Devin and this other girl, and he remembered me, and we talked, and he was saying that, come back again. He was kind of tired. He was looking forward to a vacation to Japan, and he got in a vehicle, and he was just looking at me the whole time. He pulled off, and this other guy said, so you think you're good enough to play with Jimi Hendrix, huh? And my girlfriend put her hand on her hip. She said, yes, he is. It was so funny. And so then a few weeks passed by again, and I went down to Philadelphia, and I recorded some music. And we hitchhiked from Philadelphia, myself and a guy named Dictionary from Paterson, New Jersey, otherwise known as Kaka. Crazy little guy playing congas, and he and I hitchhiked all the way from Philadelphia, got to New York. Jimi wasn't there, so then we were very hungry. We started playing our music, and people just gathered around us, started putting money into our little cases. We had all this money, and people were jamming with us. Winos were beating on wine bottles, and people were beating on cans. And he left me there without any money. I was crying, so I wanted to kill him, but I cried all the way down to the subway with him, begging him, please don't leave me, man. At least give me half the money that we made.
You were a young kid then, huh?
Yeah, I was young. I was about 18 years old. So I know I don't look my age now, so don't say anything. But anyway.
But you didn't know where you were. You were in New York City
and
New
York,
hanging out.
And
people, were making you nervous, probably.
Right, and it's summertime, so New York was bubbling. They had what was the name of that place? The Circus.
Oh yeah, Electric Circus, yeah.
The Electric Circus, that was still there. New York was still like vibrant with music and people walking up and down. Nothing probably like what it is today. It still had that flavor of the village, back in the days. And so this guy told me, I was telling this guy my story. He goes, well, hey man, how you can tell when Jimi's there is a U-Haul truck pulls up in front, and that's the people unloading his amps and stuff. So I wandered around, kept wandering around, and then lo and behold, like out of the Wizard of Oz, there it was, the U-Haul truck, and this guy was unloading equipment. And my heart just started pitter-patting, and my hopes went back up again, and I walked over to the guy, and I told him who he was. He said, who are you? I said, my name is Kenyatta Krishna. Jimi told me to come see him. So he goes, all right, you just hold on a moment. And he went on downstairs and closed the door. And I was standing in front of there, and there was these guys said, oh man, Jimi Hendrix's studio. They saw me standing in front of it with the flute. Said, hey man, wow, are you somebody famous or something? I told them my story. They said, man, are you hungry? I said, yeah. So they gave me a bite of pizza. No sooner than I took the bite of pizza, the guy came upstairs. He said, hey, Krishna, come on. So they said,
they called you Krishna?
They said, oh man, good luck, man, good luck, good luck. I said, thanks, man. I went on in there, and there was this red carpet from on all sides of this hallway leading downstairs. Red carpet with red floodlights, so it was really strange looking when you went in there. And I looked at the bottom of the stairs, I took a deep breath, and there was Jimmy standing at the bottom of the stairs waiting for me. It was so strange. And when I got down there, he put his arms around me, shook my hand. He was so polite. He said, you know, everything's going to be okay. I'm so glad that you're here, blah, blah, you know. And then we went on inside. I met Juma and all these other girls that were there. I was just so excited. And Jimmy went in Studio A, and I was in the lobby talking to Juma, and I was just telling him about my album cover. It was going to be the Phoenix Bird and all this stuff. Then I went to the bathroom, and I saw Krishna, and I saw Brahman there, and I was like, Krishna was holding the flute like this with his little thing, doing his little thing. I said, wow, there's Jimmy, and there's me. You know, he was the Brahma, and I was the Krishna. So I started playing the flute, and Juma came in there and started talking to me and showing me some different things on flute that he does, that he comes up with different things for what Jimmy uses. And then I went in the Studio A, where Jimmy was, and I sat down right behind Jimmy, and there was Eddie Kramer, and Jimmy turned around and handed me a piece of paper, and it was Belly Button Window, the song Belly Button Window, and he asked me to read it, and asked me, you know, what did I think of the words in the song? And I'm going, wow, Jimi Hendrix is asking me about a song that he wrote? Does he need my opinion? So I read it, and I said, wow, you know, is this a song? And he says, yeah, we're getting ready to do that. So I said, okay, man, cool. So Jimmy got up.
Well, we'll continue this, we're taking the station break, and we'll be right back.
Jellyfish float so long, you got a jelly bowl and a jelly back. But that's alright, don't worry about them, you know. Exactly where is that? Cause I don't have no time to spend arguing with you. Got to keep my direction together, and I keep on pushing through, because I know how to take care of my business. Don't let nobody hold me down. I just take good care. My business is like a spider.